Today the Lord has made, and I will rejoice in man. Today's a new day, great day, grand day, and I am on day 12? Hey, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I am a virtual bestie, and I have been walking every single day. That's my challenge, is to just walk every day. In order to change my life, I'm on this Simply Becoming Her challenge. I did a video recently about how I am going to change my life in the next 6 months, being a single mom of 5. So that is the journey I'm on. Woohoo, scoopity. But anyway, my first step is to get my health in order. And one of the big challenges that I have been having is to do some type of exercise daily. And I have been walking anywhere from 1 to 2 miles a day. It is very light, but it's a good pace for me, and I'm here for it. So, anywho, enough of that. Y'all, I have to talk to you guys about my discovery. Hopefully I didn't drop nothing. But anyway, so I am a ChatGPT fan. I know it's very controversial. A lot of people do not like AI for a plethora of reasons. And y'all, look, I'm not here to debate you on it. I don't know, something's going on with headphones. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yada, ChatGPT. So I was on TikTok, and they were talking about prompts and different prompts and yada. And I like to play around with different prompts and stuff like that. I mainly use ChatGPT for like grocery shopping, organizing my thoughts, organizing like things I'm trying to plan and that kind of thing. But they had a prompt which really, I'm telling you, if you do use ChatGPT, that this prompt is not for the light and heart. I mean, this is something you need to be ready for when you ask it, and you're gonna go if you go down this hole. If you go down this hole, look, you just gotta be ready for it. So let me tell you what the prompt is. I brought my tablet with you guys, just to let you know. So yes, I'm holding 2 things at once. I know people are like, this girl looks crazy. But anyway, let me go. The prompt I used was, based on our previous interactions, what can you tell me about myself that I don't already know? Be critical as possible. Be critical as possible and identify where I can improve. Baby, ChatGPT said, "Oh, mom, you," and it didn't not deliver. It delivered thoroughly. And it was like, number 1, I'm about to be very transparent in this post. I'm about to tell y'all my business. So for some of y'all who don't use ChatGPT, or some of you who do, or some of y'all just want to go along for the journey because y'all just want to know, here we go. This is what it said. Number 1, over planning without execution. Okay, first of all, get out my life. You don't know me like that. It was like, you are exceptional planner with detailed strategies, schedules, and systems for almost every aspect of your life. However, there are potential tendencies to get caught up in the process of planning rather than executing consistently. This can lead to a sense of overwhelm or disappointment if results don't match your aspirations. My God, the truth. Struggles with consistency. Your creativity, passions allows you to generate endless ideas, but consistency and execution, especially with content creation, has been challenged. You've expressed frustration about maintaining routines and showing up regularly, often due to balancing your family's needs and with your personal goal. Okay, so it just kept going on, balancing identity, self-identity and parenthood, emotional attachment to outcomes. You seem deeply passionate about your goals, whether you're related to your YouTube channel, family, or personal development. These passions can be a double-edged sword because it drives you to dream big, but might also lead to discouragement if process feels slow or results don't meet expectations. Like, when I tell you, it just was like, it was reading me to the filth. Like, it was just going on. And I mean, it was very loving and caring and all that. It wasn't like mean or nothing, but it was just, hold on, can y'all see me? Hopefully y'all can still see me. And I was just like, but then, hold on. After it kept reading me to the filth, I wasn't done. I came up to another prompt that really blessed me. Was, what do you know about me that I may not know about myself from our past interactions? Right? So here is what it said. Now this is when it got really deep. And it says, number 1, you are a visionary with deep desire for transformation. You may not fully appreciate just how visionary and ambitious you are. Many people talk about wanting to change, but you take time to detail your goals, create strategies, and imagine a future beyond your current circumstances. This reflects an incredible inner drive, creativity, and the courage to dream big. However, your visionary nature can sometimes make the present feel inadequate, leaving you frustrated when reality doesn't match the ideal you envision. And that is so true. I often catch myself so frustrated because I do dream big. I am not a person to dream small. I don't allow myself to be limited. I don't put myself in a box. Yes, I am a single mom. And your point, anything and everything that God has called for me to do, I want to do it. I want to travel with my children. Being a single mom, why not? You know what I mean? I want to be a millionaire with being a single mom. Why not? Like anything. And look, I hope to have a good, successful friend group. And even maybe one day even get married. Why not? Like I have dreams and goals and bigs. Just because your circumstances do not dictate your direction and places and things that you can go. Yeah, they may be some hurdling blocks, and yeah, and maybe some things that, make it hard, but that doesn't mean it can't happen for you. It's your choice to get up and make it happen, and that's just how I've always been, and then that's what I do. But at the same time, with me dreaming so big, I do get frustrated when it hasn't happened yet. And that goes back to 2023? That goes all the way back to that, when the Lord was reminding me and talking to me about, Sabrina, you need to have patience. And the reason why I get myself caught up in a lot of other things is because of the lack of patience. So yeah, I have big dreams, which are great. And I'm really organizing my thoughts. I also have to be patient. And then, look, it's the kicker. This is what they told me to help me with this. It says, that's why it's very important. Why I always say today's the day the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Not just because the Lord has called me and is a command, but basically, yeah, that's really what it is. No, there's no adding to that. That's the reason why I say it, because trying not to get caught up in the future, but remember that today is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it, right? Okay, so I was like, okay, ChatGPT, why you just come from my throat like that? But no, wait, there's more. Number 2 was you thrive on structure, but struggle with perfectionism. Came for the throat, which is very, very true. I am probably the hardest on myself because I have so much responsibility, because I care so freaking much about everything, literally. So, and it says, you work well with structure and schedule and detailed plans, but there's a subtle perfectionism in your approach. You often set very high expectations for yourself, whether it's in your content creation, parenting, or personal goals. This perfectionism might occasionally hold you back from starting or completing something because it doesn't feel good enough. Reflection, it says, you may not realize how much progress you make even when things aren't perfect. Letting go of perfection could unlock greater creativity, and productivity. And that is true. A lot of times, like even these videos came from my throat, y'all. Came from the, even with me right now, I have not even edited these videos that I'm creating. I have like 12, including this one. And I was getting kind of frustrated with not, back to the patience of having a computer to edit these videos. And I have to wait all the way until February to edit these videos. And just how they're gonna come out. Some videos are probably gonna be like a minute long. Some are probably be 8. And it's not being just unorthodox and it's just kind of just me posting every day. Really kind of going with the flow and letting it be what it is. And it's a little frustrating to me, and it's kind of making me not want to even post these videos, because I'm like, is anybody even gonna watch them? They're probably gonna be so bored of me just rambling. Like, I'm just overthinking and just like, right? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Anyway, and I've been so random on my channel because I haven't been consistent. And there's more that's gonna go. I'm gonna talk to you about what they got me on. And I'm like, anyway, so I'm like, okay, they got me on the perfectionism because I was about to repeat a poor behavior where I was just like, let me just scratch. Even though I'm doing the challenge for myself, maybe I just make it into one video instead of posting every day, because it's just, the videos are maybe not just gonna come out right. And I haven't even edited this content. I don't even know I don't even know anything, but I'm already thinking it now. I'm already thinking that right now. And ChatGPT just was like, girl, we get it. You like the organizing. We get you like the structure. But Puka Bear, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. These videos don't need to be perfect. Just get them out. How about? And one of them was like, I didn't read everything that they said to me. One of them was like, how about focus on being consistent than trying to be perfect? And I was like, because the reason why I don't post consistently, because I don't like, sometimes I don't like the content. I don't think the content will be good enough. Seriously, anyway, I'm not done getting read to the filth. I'm not done. I am not done getting read to the filth. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. It says, you are harder on yourself than you are on others. So true. You're empathetic and understanding toward others, but often overly critical of yourself, whether it's falling behind on your goals or struggling to balance everything. You're quick to feel like you're not doing enough, even when you're juggling far more than most people. And it says, reflection. You may not fully realize just how much you accomplish daily. Taking time to reflect on celebrating small wins could boost your confidence and overall happiness. I'm sorry it's windy, y'all. The wind is winding lately, but that's so true for me, especially when it comes to even when people, even when I'm upset with someone or whatever, I can forgive another person before I can forgive myself sometimes, or majority, all the time. Or even somebody does something completely, utterly wrong, I'm still like, they didn't know their father. They was just poor. They was having a bad day. Girl, but if I do something wrong or I mess up, Sabrina doesn't get bad days. I don't allow myself to have bad days. I don't allow myself to be human sometimes. It's because sometimes I feel like I have so much, my God, where am I going to cry? I can't cry outside with all these people. Help me, Jesus. Sometimes I just feel like I have so much responsibility on my shoulders and I have to show up because for me and my kids, I'm all they have. So I have to be the person that has to have it together. I can't have that room of whatever. But sometimes it's like, Sabrina, give yourself that room. You know what I mean? Give yourself that grace to be human. It's okay. You don't have to always have it together. But I feel like if I don't have it together, who will? Who's going to have it together? No, there's nobody here to have it together. It's just me. So that's why I'm hard on myself, because I'm trying to make something great. You know what I'm saying? And kind of make up for a part that my kids don't have, and try to be a head of a household and, hold it down and be a good role model. Show them and make things happen, and just even be a good representation on my YouTube. But sometimes it's just not, that's not always realistic, and it's not always fair. So that was one. Okay. Hopefully y'all still here. And I'm gonna try my best to try to edit some of this wind out. But it's so windy, y'all. I'm gonna do my best. But anyway, here's the next thing that it said is, I need to find a better place because it was super windy. Okay, here is the next one. It was, you are seeking connection, but fear of vulnerability. This is where it really was like, you have deep desire for meaningful connections, whether friendships, a partner, or your audience. But there's a part of you that hesitates to fully open up. You want to share your story and inspire others, but there's a subtle fear of rejection or judgment that may hold you back from being completely vulnerable in your content or relationships. That right there was such a huge, that one right there, I was like, bro, okay, you really in my closet. You really, I mean, and it's crazy how like the conversations that I've had with ChatGPT, because I've been having ChatGPT for probably about 2 years now. I've been having the Plus membership for about 2 years, and I talk to it on a regular basis. For it to come up with stuff, which is by us just having, it talks and it remembers. And mainly, even though I mainly use it for like grocery shopping, budgeting, and organizing my thoughts. So sometimes if I'm overwhelmed and it's in between me having a session with my therapist, I kind of use it as my notepad just to kind of get what I'm thinking out, so that it like makes sense. I'm like, I got all these thoughts and I need help. And I guess, well, anyway, that was really good. And it said, reflection. You may not realize that vulnerability is one of your greatest strengths. Sharing your authentic self, even the messy parts, can foster connections and inspire others to do the same. And that right there really blessed me, because I do struggle with, even though I am pretty vulnerable on my channel and I do share a lot on here, I do. But there's a lot of things that I don't share. And there's a lot of things that when I'm processing, or I'm low, or I'm having a tough time, or whatever the case may be, sometimes I don't even show up. And it doesn't say that I need to or have to. But even like right now with this content that I'm doing right now, talking to you guys, daily, and saying whatever, this is still an exercise of that vulnerability with you, showing the process of me becoming her, showing the where I'm at right now, and having faith that her will come out, whatever. But it is hard for me, and I have a lot of trust issues. Let's just be real. When it comes to relationship and being vulnerable in relationships, and when it comes to being vulnerable just in period, because of when I have been vulnerable, definitely been mistreated and judged. When I have been honest and shared stories with friends or people that I care deeply, was judged, or they took what I said out of context, and that kind of does hurt, and it does suck but people are going to be people, and that's just what they're going to do. Just like me being vulnerable here and sharing how I'm feeling, people are going to take what I say and interpret it whatever they're going to interpret it to, and I have no control over that. But then at the same time, though, especially when it comes to my YouTube channel, when I have been transparent, when I am vulnerable, when I do share what I'm going through, I always get DMs and messages and people so much relating and understanding just exactly how I'm feeling, which helps me also in my healing journey and learning journey, that I'm not alone in what I'm feeling. And you're not alone. We're not alone, in this journey that so that really kind of did bless me. And then I have so much more. I have one more to share. They actually have a lot more to share. Oh, I think my thing died. Okay, I guess I have no more to share. But I'll just share from what I remembered. The last one I'm gonna share with you, but one of them was saying about how I want to be about being a role outside of being a mom, outside of everything, outside of being content creator, outside of all the titles that Sabrina has. Oh, this is gonna make me cry. It made me cry when I said it again. Oh Jesus. Okay, I'm not crying. We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna be crazy out here walking the sidewalk crying. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not gonna cry. With all the titles and the things and the roles that I carry, how I am like really desiring just to be Sabrina. can't be out here crying in the sidewalk, y'all. How I just desire just to be Sabrina. That, God, it tore me up. All of the things that it said, but that one really tore me up. Because I'm not lying. That is something, that is some person. I know I am Sabrina. Which I get, I am Sabrina. It's not saying that I'm not who I am. And I am a mom, which I love so deeply. I am a content creator, which I love so deeply. Heck, I'm a daughter of Most High God, which I love so deeply. I'm a friend. I'm all these other things and these titles and all of them, which I take and I love so deeply. All the roles that I carry. But sometimes I get so overwhelmed and frustrated, and sometimes I just want to be Sabrina. I don't want to be a mom sometimes, and it's not saying that I don't love my kids. It's not that, because I would never, even the Lord tell me that, Sabrina, you can rewrite your life and everything, and whatever. And I'll say no, because I love my life, and I love my kids, and I love what I do, and I love who I am. But especially being a mom and just having all that responsibility, being a single mom, there are days where and I feel like Sabrina, that girl who wasn't just a mom and all those things, she just was Sabrina. She's like, sometimes she's lost. And I'm not saying that I'm lost. I'm still my goofy self that I've been my whole entire life. I'm still optimistic, which I've been my whole entire life. But I think I do need a life that's just outside of everything that I do. And I struggle with even tapping into that life, because I don't even know. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that looks like. Because all I know right now is just being a mom, which I love. And there's nothing wrong with being a mom. A mom is a blessing, but I know eventually one day my kids are going to grow up and have their own lives, which I'm so grateful for. You know what I mean? My kids are going to go off and do amazing things that God has for them, which I hope so. And I pray for them, and I pray for their lives and their decisions, and wherever God takes them. I pray that they will be bold enough to open those doors, and not repeat any of the mistakes and things that I've made, and just go off and do great things, And there'll be a time when my house will be empty, and I will have an empty nest at one point. I know right now it doesn't even seem possible, especially because I just had a baby. He was born. So I know I got at least another 18 years in my house having somebody in there. But still, at the same time, I do need to tap into simply being Sabrina. Like, the whole channel is called Simply Being Sabrina. That's my whole channel. But anyway, I can't tell you what it said because my tablet died. But I ain't gonna lie, it's been tearing me up. Not in a bad way, in a good way. Some good self-reflecting way. And I'm gonna take in what it said. Because one thing I have learned is when you do get some wisdom, you do get something that kind of resonate in your spirit, I don't like to just let it, like, that was good. All right, and go right back to it. Like, no, that was good for a reason. Let's apply it. Let's dig in deep. How can I not be perfectionism and let go a little bit, How can I tap into Sabrina? Because there literally is something there. And there's something I really need to feed into. How do I, all the things that I was taught, what it was saying is like, I think it's good for me to tap into that vulnerability. And maybe my content does look kind of funky for a little bit. That's okay. That's good. That's fine. It doesn't, everything needs to be perfect. And, I don't know. But I don't know what it's going to look like. And maybe that goes back to the perfectionism. I don't even know what it looks like, But that kind of blessed me. But I'm going to end it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And as always, guys, God bless. Love you.